All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. Yahweh is the true name of God, and Yahushai is the name of his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. And I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all the Akim throughout the four corners of the earth, exalting the name of Yahweh and Yahushai.
Today, 2 Chicago aldermen took steps to repeal Mayor Lori Lightfoot's COVID-19 vaccine mandate.
It's through an ordinance that would ensure that any policy that puts city employees on a no-pay status gets full approval from the city council. Anthony Ponce has the story.
This is a draft ordinance that would repeal the mayor's vaccine mandate, and also for any future similar mandates, it would require full city council approval. Not surprisingly, the mayor today came out fiercely against it.
It's foolishness, and I'm going to do everything I can to stop it.
Mayor Lightfoot tearing into 23rd Ward Alderwoman Silvana Tabarez, who filed an ordinance this morning designed to check the mayor's executive power when it comes to mandates.
Let me tell you something. The mayor does not get to pass laws on her own. That is why we had the city council.
I would like to give a huge shout out to Alderman Silvana Tabarez.
Not surprisingly, an ordinance curtailing mayoral power has the full support of FOP President John Catanzara.
This is not government control right now. It is dictator control. When one person is putting forth city policy and it is a golden edict that can't be challenged, that is a major problem.
And honestly, I really don't understand a woman of color carrying the water for a guy who's demonstrated over and over again. He's racist, he's a misogynist, he's xenophobic, he hates immigrants and refugees.
Tabarez called the mayor's remarks divisive, saying that this ordinance is about good policy, not personality conflicts.
I mean, she is the mayor, but these are our constituents, and they deserve our respect because they have been working throughout this pandemic.
All right, as you can see, you got police officers versus the mayor, and not just that, man. You got the people versus the higher, how you say it, the powers that be. All right, when it comes to these mandates, they're gonna force you out of your job, and the brother Yawana said this is a tactic of Esau. It's a tactic of war. You know, when you want to win a war, what do? That's one of the strategies. You starve out the competition. Man, I forget. I think it was Leo Scipio Africanus. He did this against Hannibal. He couldn't go head up with Hannibal, so he decided to starve him out. You know, because when you have a war, you got to have money, you have resources, you got to feed your army. So he decided to starve him out, and that was one of the tactics. So right now, what they're doing with the people is, you know, these government jobs, they want to mandate them, and if you're gonna lose your benefits, you know, your livelihood, if you don't agree to the mandate. And this is just one of the tactics that they're using. And right now, you see the rising up against the leaders. With the people and also with the workers of the people. Right now, you see the conflict. All right, a lot of people are walking off the job, man. Hundreds of people, you know, firefighters, police officers, nurses, doctors in different states because they're not dealing with this mandate. All right, they're just not dealing with it. They don't want to be a part of that. They don't trust these devils, man. They don't. You know, and the other part of it is they don't like being told that they have to do this to live. You know. All right, this is 2nd Esdras 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So it says that there shall be sedition among men, and you look up that word sedition right here. It says conduct or speech inciting people to riot against the authority or state or monarch. So, you got the people who are going against the powers that be, whether it be a king or a prince or a mayor or a city council, not city council, but them too, but a president, things of that nature, a governor. They're not going to regard them at all, because this right now is on a low level, but the temperature is going to rise and it's going to get even worse. All right, so that sedition among men is going to get even worse, because they're really not going to regard or care about who's in control. It's just going to be an all-out rebellion, all right, eventually, all right, and it's going to get even worse, all right. So this stuff is not just happening here in Chicago, it's happening all over, all right. You're going to have people that are going to go against the powers that be, and it said the Egyptians shall go against the Egyptians. You got Texas, who said that they not doing no mandates, you know what I mean? And, as far as the Second Amendment, you got certain states like Utah who are not dealing with, or certain places like Utah that are not dealing with the president coming at the Second Amendment, which is the right to bear arms. You know what I mean? Texas also feels the same way. They came out with a I wouldn't call it a law, but they said that they're allowed to have open sealed carry. Anybody in Texas can do that. So Texas is going against Texas is rebellious as hell. They're going against everybody, everything the president says. All right, so that's what's going to be happening in the future, even worse. You know what I mean? So it's going to get even worse in the future. So with that, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai.